Why adult children stop visiting their parents. In this video, we will talk about why adult children stop visiting their parents, why love does not always turn into closeness, why some visits feel heavy before they even happen, and what parents can do without humiliating themselves or chasing someone who keeps pulling away. Because when your adult child says they love you but never visits, it feels personal. You start asking questions you hate asking. Did I become a burden? Did they forget what I did for them? How did the child I raised now treat visiting me like a duty? They may answer your texts. They may call on holidays. They may send photos, but they do not come. And love from a distance can start to feel like being quietly removed from your own child's life. Some adult children are careless. Some are selfish. But sometimes the harder truth is this: they are not avoiding your house. They are avoiding how they feel inside it. Stay until the end, because one sentence can make a visit feel safer without making you look weak. What parents feel. When a child stops visiting, the parent hears one message: you are not important anymore. Nobody has to say it. That is how it lands. You remember the rides, the meals, the bills, the worry, the years when your life bent around theirs. So when they cannot find one afternoon to visit, it hurts. And sometimes it is insulting. Some adult children remember every mistake, but forget the quiet sacrifices that kept their life standing. But hurt becomes dangerous when it turns into pressure. Because what feels honest to the parent can feel like punishment to the adult child. When a visit becomes a test. Adult children usually do not disappear overnight. They come less. They stay shorter. They visit only on holidays. Then they suggest meeting somewhere else. The parent thinks they're pulling away. The adult child may be thinking, I cannot relax there, because every visit feels like an exam. How often do you call? How are you raising the children? Why are you so distant? Why are you not the person I expected you to become? A mother says, you finally came. She means, I missed you. They hear, you failed again. A father says, you never have time for us. He means, I feel forgotten. They hear, you owe me. That is when home stops feeling like home. It becomes a place where they are guilty before they sit down. The cycle. The adult child starts feeling stressed before the visit even happens. They imagine the comments, the disappointed face, the guilt, the speech about how long it has been. So they delay. The parent feels rejected and sends a sharper message. You forgot where we live? Nice of you to remember us. One day you will regret this. Now the child wants to come even less. That is the cycle. Pain becomes pressure. Pressure becomes distance. Distance creates more pain. And both sides think the other one does not understand. Where adult children are wrong. Adult children are not innocent saints here. Some judge their parents with emotional language their parents never had. They say boundaries, trauma, and toxicity, but forget their parents were surviving. Bills, work, fear. No therapy vocabulary, no model for soft apologies. Many parents loved through food, money, protection, sacrifice, and endurance. Was it perfect? No, but it was not nothing. Adult children can be cruel when they erase the good because the bad was real. Still, sacrifice does not automatically make a house feel safe. A parent can love deeply and still make visits tense. A child can be hurt and still be unfair. Both can be true. What pushes them away? One of the fastest ways to make an adult child visit less is to punish them when they finally come. They walk in and the first words are, "So you finally came. We thought you forgot about us. Your children barely know us." Maybe it is true, but truth delivered as punishment does not create closeness. It creates defense. If every visit starts with guilt, the adult child learns one thing: coming home is not the solution. Coming home is the problem. That does not mean parents should stay silent. It means the first sentence matters. What to say instead? Try this. "I miss seeing you, and I do not want my hurt to make it harder for you to come." That is not begging. That is control. It says, "I am hurt," without saying, "You are the enemy." It tells the truth without turning the visit into a trial. Guilt may force one visit, but safety creates the next one. So do not open with the complaint. Open with calm. Let one meal happen without a courtroom. Let one conversation exist without proving who was right. For some families, closeness returns only when the house feels less dangerous. Final thought. When adult children stop visiting, it can feel like they replaced you. With work, with friends, with their spouse, with a life where you no longer have a real place. That pain is real. But chasing harder usually does not bring them closer. So ask the harder question. When my child thinks about visiting me, do they imagine comfort or consequences? Because they may still love you. But if every visit makes them feel guilty, love may not be enough to bring them back. This is the if verse. Sometimes the empty chair says what nobody wants to admit. Subscribe. There's so much more to explore. Thank you for watching.